Hi, my name is LaShawn J, and welcome back to my channel. So today we have a heartbreaking case that we're going to do a reaction video to. It's about Kamarie Holland. It's a very heartbreaking and traumatizing story, but I really want to do this story today because we need to be aware of the dangers out there for our kids and a lot of weirdos and sick individuals. So just let me give you just a little backstory about Kamarie. On December 13th, 2021, Kamarie's mother, Kristen Hotkins, called the police about her missing 5-year-old daughter. She told the police her daughter was in the bed when she went to sleep around 12 a.m. She said when she woke up, her daughter was gone and the front door was open. The police worked fast to find Kamarie Holland and located her at a man's house named Jeremy Williams. Unfortunately, Kamarie wasn't alive when they found her. Kamarie's father, Kamarie Holland, who had full custody of the children he had with Christy, and allowed Kamarie and her younger brother to spend the night with Christy when she popped up at his house unannounced. The police suspected that Jeremy and Christy knew each other. After a long, extensive investigation, the police discovered that Christy would use Kamarie as payment for drugs from Jeremy.
On December 13th, in Columbus, Georgia, at 1607 Bowman Street, 35-year-old mother of four, Christy Marie Sipple, called 911 at around 6:15 a.m. in the morning to report that her 5-year-old daughter, Kamarie Holland, was missing. Christy stated that she woke up to find that her daughter had vanished and whoever took the little girl left the door open in the process. Sadly, Kamarie Holland was later pronounced dead at 11:15 p.m. that evening, less than 10 minutes away, in a cold, abandoned house just over the border across the Chattahoochee River in the 1100 block of 15th Avenue in Phoenix City, Alabama. The 5-year-old's body was sent for an autopsy where they hope to recover DNA evidence that can help solidify a verdict later on. DVM annual toy drive, Christy Sipple stopped by with a car full of her daughter's toys and said, "I'm Kamarie Holland's mommy, and she would want nothing in the world but to donate her toys to another child that was in need because she was a very helping child."
Mind you guys, this lady is donating her kids' toys one day after finding her child's body. This is one day after that, and she wants to give every remnants of that baby away. Usually people want to keep it forever. She wants to give everything away. One day. She didn't even seem like, you know what, I'm going to let y'all watch the story. But let me just not get in my feelings right now. One day. Just remember that. One day.
Police are said to have zeroed in on surveillance of the intersection around the house, quickly identifying the suspect. Then 37-year-old Jeremy Williams was arrested the same day as the 5-year-old's disappearance and promptly charged with the murder of Kamarie Holland. He reportedly used to live at the Phoenix City address where the little girl was found. She had been strangled to death. Information provided to authorities had led police to the Bamboo Hotel where Jeremy and his uncle were staying. They had only arrived roughly 30 minutes prior to his arrest. Williams is said to be a regular at the hotel where he may or may not sell drugs in order to support his own habit. His uncle is not thought to be connected to the murder at this time, as he was seemingly picked up shortly before the bust. And Jeremy Williams, well known to law enforcement, was reportedly out on bond at the time of Kamarie's murder. On December 14th, police investigated Jeremy's official home on Dozier Street in Columbus. What they found there remains unknown. Jeremy also may have actually been the one that led investigators to the 5-year-old's body. I'm simply not sure at this time. But here's what we do know. Jeremy Williams had a history. On August 1st of 2021, Jeremy Williams was arrested in Muskogee County on charges of simple battery, family violence, and third-degree cruelty to children, 2 misdemeanors that he pled not guilty to. And while he was never convicted as far as I can see, it seems that in this specific case, he was accused of slapping his wife in the face in front of a child. While certainly not very Jesus of him, it doesn't make him a murderer. But if we dig a little deeper, we find more disturbing allegations stretching back to 2009 in Marcel County, sorry if I didn't pronounce it right, when Jeremy was charged with aggravated child abuse. Hold on to your heart. This is the part when the severity of the disturbing nature of this case heightens. Jeremy Williams was accused of dipping a 3-year-old boy's body into a pot of boiling water from the waist down, obviously causing the child serious burns. But Williams claimed the boy accidentally pulled the water on top of himself, and after 3 years of litigation, a jury acquitted Jeremy in 2012 due to lack of evidence.
So they have the kid. They have all of this evidence against this man already. This man is already, he has a history already from 2009. The child is telling you he poured the boiling hot water onto him, and they're saying there's lack of evidence. How is that even possible? And then in 2021, he does it again.
And as if that wasn't disturbing enough, when I put down my shovel and started really diving into the past of Jeremy Williams, I found more information that really stained my mind. Police in North Pole, Alaska, have reportedly reopened a murder case from 2005 where a 1-month-old baby was murdered. She died from blunt force trauma. They think she was beaten to death. Her name was Nadia Trinice Williams. And as you probably guessed, her father was Jeremy Tremaine Williams.
Keeping an eye on Columbus nearly 2 full days after the body of a previously missing 5-year-old was found, authorities returned to the street today where 5-year-old Kamarie Holland was last seen alive. Investigators appeared to be searching a house on Bowman Street in Columbus shortly before 5 o'clock this evening. Several unmarked law enforcement vehicles could be seen at a home on that street. Bowman Street is the area where Kamarie Holland reportedly went missing in the early morning hours of Monday, December 13th. Her body was found later that night.
The police never explained what was it that led them or who gave them the tip. I guess it was an anonymous tip when they started searching for her, but they never said what led them to Jeremy's house, what indicated, what gave them the suspicion that Jeremy would be there, that Kamarie might be there to search the house. And also, unless, I was thinking maybe it's because, she's known around the neighborhood for doing drugs and he's a local drug dealer. So maybe that's what could have led them to think, hey, we know her and this man have some dealings, because he's her supplier. So let's just see, because she had to have not been this outstanding mother she claimed to be if this man was the first person on their radar. Yeah, but they never said what really brought them to that tip to get to her house.
At an abandoned house on 15th Avenue in Phoenix City. We're learning new details tonight about the man charged with capital murder in connection with Holland's death. 37-year-old Jeremy Williams has a history of arrests, but no convictions that News 3 could find. He was charged with aggravated child abuse in Russell County in 2009 after allegedly immersing a 3-year-old boy in boiling water. A jury acquitted him in 2012. Williams was arrested again this August in Columbus and charged with simple battery and third-degree cruelty to children. A police report alleges a minor child witnessed Williams slap his wife in the face. Williams entered a not guilty plea in state court just last week. At a news conference yesterday, Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor said Williams was also the suspect in the death of a 1-year-old in Alaska, but he was never charged in connection with that death. There are ongoing investigations into Holland's murder in Columbus and in Russell County. Yesterday, Sheriff Taylor said he will not rule out additional charges.
There are address links to Jeremy in Alaska at the Eielson Air Force Base, where Jeremy is said to have lived with Nadia's mother while she worked on the base. Jeremy was originally considered a suspect in the case, but investigators couldn't find enough evidence to convict him, so the case of 1-month-old Nadia Williams went cold until now. Furthering severe allegations towards Jeremy Williams, a police incident report obtained by News Leader 9 states that a 31-year-old unidentified female claims Jeremy Williams sodomized her the night before Kamarie Holland's body was discovered in Phoenix City.
We start tonight with breaking news. We're learning disturbing new details about a new sexual assault case involving the man accused of killing a 5-year-old Phoenix City girl. Now, according to a Columbus police incident report obtained by News Leader 9, a 31-year-old woman claims Jeremy Williams sodomized her the night before Kamarie Holland's body was found. The woman told police it happened at Williams' home on Dozier Street on December 12th. According to the report, Williams called the adult victim by Kamarie's name during the assault and told her he had taught a 5-year-old how to have oral sex. The following day, Kamarie's mother reported her missing. She was found that night in a vacant home previously occupied by Williams.
The unidentified woman claims the assault took place at Williams' home on Dozier Street on December 12th. She says she ended up at the accused man's house after having an argument with her boyfriend. With nowhere to go, she reached out to a friend who put her in touch with Jeremy. But while in his house, she started to get an uneasy feeling about him. But when she tried to leave, Williams allegedly blocked the door with a deep freezer before grabbing the woman from behind and forcing her to perform sexual acts on him. Bizarrely, she claims Williams called her Kamarie's name during the attack and confessed to her that he taught the 5-year-old how to perform oral sex.
Very disturbing. And what kind of friend would put you in touch with this person knowing that you just needed somewhere to stay and you just had a situation with your boyfriend and they put you in touch with him? And I'm pretty sure people already knew around the neighborhood because the neighborhood talks. They knew he was a monster. I don't know what kind of friend would do something like that.
My blood's boiling. The victim explains in the report that the only way she could escape was to tell Williams where he could obtain drugs. Williams left the house with the victim and went to the store where Jeremy allowed her to use the bathroom, but he made her leave behind her phone and belongings first. Luckily for her, She had a second phone on her that she used to call for help while she locked herself in the bathroom. She remained inside until Williams left the area. So how on earth could someone like Jeremy Williams gain access to another child? How was he able to set his sights on 5-year-old Kamarie Holland? Well, that is where this story will turn and swiftly kick you in the balls of your heart. You see, Christy Sipple may not be the innocent young mother she led us all to believe she was. There's information linking Christy and Jeremy to some kind of relationship, possibly sexual, and possibly drug-based. And it looks like Christy's not thought to be an award-winning mom. As a matter of fact, Kamarie Holland's father, Corey Holland, had custody of the 5-year-old at the time. Christy reportedly only saw her on the weekends, and that was supposed to be supervised.
Yes. So Christy did not have custody. They had 2 kids. She had 4 boys. Remember, she said that Kamarie was her only girl, and she wanted a girl so bad. They had 4 boys, and Christy had custody of none of her kids. She also had 2 kids with Corey Holland, and it was Kamarie and another baby after Kamarie. And she went over to his house unannounced, and she wanted Kamarie to come over to spend the night. But Corey said that she would have to take both the kids. You can't just take one of them. You had to take both of them. She was type upset that because she did not plan to take the younger sibling, but she took both of them anyways. And according to research that I did and other videos that I watched about this story, Kamarie was just so excited to see her mother because, she only gets supervised visitation, that Corey was just like, okay, you know what? You could go spend the night with your mom and it will be okay. I'll come get you in the morning. Even though she was not supposed to have the kids legally by law, and whenever she had visitations, it was supposed to be supervised. He still allowed them to go because she was so excited, and she doesn't get to see her mother like that. Unfortunately, this ends up happening.
She also previously went to court to be charged with abuse of a fetus for allegedly taking drugs while pregnant with her youngest son. Due to health reasons and COVID, this separate court case has reportedly been postponed until later this year. But I also read that Sipple is facing a failure to appear charge for a felony case regarding the chemical endangerment of a child back in 2018. I'm not sure if this is the same case or not, but I thought it was worth noting.
I'm Kamarie Holland's mommy, and she wouldn't want nothing in the world but to donate her choice to another little child that was in need because she was a very healthy child.
Oh, she looked like such a beautiful girl.
She was a very sweet child. She was beautiful. Sweet soul. Thank you. And I seen this and I touched my heart, so I stopped. That's what she was, mommy. Let's help that mommy. She's like that.
Let me hold
She's like that. We were at the gas station one time and we seen a family out there, and one of the little girls didn't have shoes on, and she said, "Mommy, we can help them, mommy, because I have so many pair of shoes at home, mommy. Let's give them my shoes, mommy." And of course we gave them her shoes because she's that caring. She had a heart. She had a spirit that she's been here before, and she was a blessing. She is a blessing.
How are you coping?
I'm coping. I'm making it. The media's making me look like I'm an evil person, but I'm not. I'm a mommy, and I did not have nothing to do with this.
And this is her the next day after she called the police at 9 a.m. They found Kamarie. This is her the very next day with all Kamarie's toys, saying that Kamarie would want her to donate these toys. and Kamarie would want this, and Kamarie would want that, and this is the person Kamarie was. And she wants to give all these toys away because of guilt, and she cannot look at it because deep down inside she knew she did something disgusting. She was doing, because remember, Jeremy told the victim that he R'd, that was at his house, that he taught her how to do oral. He taught a little girl how to do oral. And she was the reason. She was doing all of this because of all her guilt that she had deep down inside. And she could not look at those toys anymore. She couldn't. But let's get back to it. She had a lot of time to think about the choices she made.
She was my life. I lived for her daily. She was my only girl. I had 3 boys in her.
Was she your youngest?
She was my, no, I have one more under her. I have my son under her. And it's hard. It's hard. I don't know if I'm coming or I'm going, but I'm doing it for her.
Do you have any support? Do you have people on your side? Someone's helping you?
Ain't nobody on my side. They didn't even tell me about the balloon release today. They haven't even mentioned her funeral or nothing.
So will you get to decide that, or?
I don't think so. I think that's all Dad. Dad had custody of her.
Okay.
But you know what? I have my peace with her, and she's here in my heart, and that's all that matters.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I can't even fathom what you might be going through.
Did you take note of that? She made her peace with her. She made her peace with her. What? Why would you be thinking like that?
But please know that our hearts and prayers are with you. And I know just at the station, you know, we cover all kinds of news, but for whatever reason, just because of, you know, what happened, it has really hit hard for a lot of people.
And that's all you see over social media is her face. She was so loved. She was so loved.
Now she lived in Phoenix City.
Yes, she lived with Dad in Phoenix City, and she was with me. That Sunday I picked her up, and he prayed on her. I can't really talk about it. There's a gag order. So.
Okay, and we're not going to try to ask you to talk about that. Is her school doing anything?
I'm not sure. She was in school for like literally 3 weeks and then got kicked out because of coronavirus. Somebody tested positive in class. So we decided not to send her back. But she was so smart. She was just learning how to spell her name. She'd see a K somewhere. She's like, Mom, that's K-A-M-A-R-I-E. She was the best little girl ever.
So I understand she wanted to, I read somewhere.
A princess. She wanted to be a princess. You couldn't tell her nothing. All my makeup ruined it, but she wanted to be a princess. She can have it. She can definitely be it.
What would you want viewers to know about your daughter?
She was just the sweetest girl in the world. You couldn't, oh God, you couldn't harm her. She was just sweet. Like, you could not harm that little girl because she's so innocent, so smart. She was fantastic. She was perfect.
Well, my heart aches for you. And please know our prayers are with you. I know Tony.
I am so happy she was not part of the balloon release. I am so happy she was not part of any event, because I'm pretty sure everybody would have been mad when they found out that she was the one who was selling her daughter for drugs. So luckily, they already had a suspicion that there was something around this involving her. And they kept her out of everything. And she's over there boohoo crying and giving away her toy, her kids, everything. She gave it away the very next day. And she probably been doing this for a while now, selling her daughter for some drugs, a baby. I don't understand why she ain't sell herself. You the one who want the drugs. You go out there and bust it wide open. Disgusting.
I gave you her card.
Yes, I dropped off some presents and I still have some more. I will bring, because that's what she would want.
So that's very
Definitely what
sweet
she
of
would
you.
want.
And is there anything that you want to say to our viewers about?
Life's short, definitely. Keep your loved ones close. You never know when it's going to be the end. And I'm innocent. I had nothing to do with my daughter's disappearance or murder. I would never.
You see how she had to go and clear her name? She had to make sure she cleared her name. She had to throw that in there. I'm innocent. I had nothing to do with this. I'm innocent. That's the guilt. That's the guilt talking. She have to let it be known she's innocent. She can't even let her innocence show for itself. She have to let it be known. That is the guilt talking.
She was my life.
Of course she was. She's your baby girl.
Exactly. Whoever could do that is just disturbing. Very sick in the head. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No.
You like me. You like
We, at this point, we believe that the mother and the offender did have a relationship, not from a dating perspective, but did know each other. The mother has been spoke to. We're going to speak to her again. I don't know how she's going to turn out, to be honest with you. She may be perfectly fine. She may not be. But that's just part of the investigation.
On December 28th, Christy was arrested at the Circle K on Victory Drive at around 1 p.m. with the help of federal agents. And get ready for that heart ball kick, because here it comes. According to recent court records, Christy Sipple and Jeremy Williams came to an agreement to sell or rent out Kamarie for sexual abuse means. The exact amount the child was sold for, to my knowledge, has not been disclosed. But the judges presiding over the case have extended a gag order in all directions. So what you hear in this video will more than likely be all the information we'll get for a while. Kamarie's father, Kamarie Holland, stated, quote, "The amount of pain Christy has caused by ripping Kamarie out of our lives will never cease. We're glad to see that she's been arrested. We are one step closer to justice for Kamarie. We hope that justice is served. Christy should receive whatever the maximum penalty she can get. She's a monster. A real mother protects and would die for her children. Christy is a monster. My family and I will continue to wrestle with the loss of losing our angel, Kamarie." When talking about Christy Sipple, Russell County Sheriff Heath Taylor said, "She's been charged with murder during the course of kidnapping, murder during the course of rape, murder during the course of sodomy, and human trafficking." And a human trafficking warrant obtained by WRBL states that Christy, on or about December 13th of 2021, did knowingly subject another person to labor servitude or sexual servitude. She did agree with another person to pay her for sexual intercourse and sodomy with her minor child. It's also alleged that Jeremy Williams may face charges of capital murder, kidnapping, capital murder during rape, capital murder during sodomy, and production of child pornography. And to top it all off, I also heard a rumor that Williams is being charged with abuse of a corpse as well.
So that was the list of charges that Jeremy and Christy received. All well deserved. In the last charge that Jeremy had, disgusting. Abused this child's corpse. Disgusting. I know for a fact they might be getting a death penalty. I'm not sure. The case have not been seen by a jury yet, but it's most likely they will. Hopefully.
Christy Sipple says, quote, "I'm a mommy. I did not have nothing to do with this." To which I agree. I believe you, Christy. I believe that you in fact didn't have nothing to do with what happened to your innocent daughter. And while innocent until proven guilty, and that's something I truly believe in, I also believe that you and Jeremy will be convicted in a court of law where you'll face the possibility of execution, something I think you both will enjoy. I know I will. It's a horrifying story, the death of a child, the sexual violation of a 5-year-old. No matter how many times something like this happens, to most of us, it's a level of unfamiliar evil, the actions of monsters. And if you ask me my theory, it's just a hunch. But I believe Kamarie Holland was murdered before the 31-year-old female victim was assaulted on December 12th. It might even be possible that the little girl had been a victim of abuse for longer than we realize.
Kamarie meant the world to me. Like, I would never be the same from this day on, but with all my family and friends, I guess they'd keep me strong, but Kamarie is everything to me, and now she gone.
Her pranksters, she used to do all kinds of prankster stuff to her brothers and her mother and all of us. She was an angel, and now she will live as our angel.
I have a lady friend that knew her very well. She was with her the night she went missing, and when she gave Kamarie a hug, she never imagined that this would be the last time that she would see her alive, you know.
It's unbearable. It's like, it makes your stomach hurt. It hurts your heart. It's so overwhelming. I remember that big smile on her face. Give prayers for the family, praying for their support and their strength during this time of their bereavement. I pray that the Lord stay with them and keep them strong. We're really gonna miss her. We love her. Raquel definitely love her. Right? You want to say something to Kamarie?
Yeah, she was my cousin, and all the smiles she gave me, she made me laugh.
I will never forget you, Princess. I will forever to keep you relevant in this life. Love you.
I watched the police press conference on this case. They couldn't give a straight answer as to when the poor child was actually murdered. They said it was so cold in the abandoned house that it might affect pinpointing details like that. That poor innocent kid, and that horrible man and woman. I want you to remember something. I just read out charges printed in the news in black and white, and I disclosed public information about this case. Because of that, YouTube will now suppress and restrict this video. But I don't give a fuck. The truth about what happened to this little innocent 5-year-old girl simply must be told. We have a right to know about the dangers our children face, especially knowing that people that commit crimes like this have a tendency to get out of prison on parole and go on living a normal life. Sometimes these monsters can even bag an insanity plea and skip jail altogether. Then, as we all know, they end up right back on the street with a clean record and sometimes even a taxpayer-funded witness protection scheme in their court. So YouTube, I think it's fitting that we discuss the actions of the demons that walk around us. These details aren't fun. They aren't entertaining. They're outrageous and infuriating to attempt to comprehend, but the truth is simply necessary. We must remember Kamarie Holland and honor her innocence by never letting her assailants forget what they did to her. And if they ever find themselves walking among us, I'd like the following 2 words to ring in their mind constantly when they're in our presence. They know. Because we do. We know what you did. And when justice fails to meet our expectations, we will never let you forget. I'm Mr. Black, and this is the disturbing truth.
It makes my heart.
Yes, so a horrible, horrible, horrible story about this young girl Hopefully we all watch this, whether my video is demonetized or not. It brings awareness. We keep our kids safe from everybody, sometimes family members, friends, strangers. You don't know what people are capable of. The video's over, but I will play the ending, which is her funeral again. Let's watch it together.
Feel just a little more glad. It just strengthens me a little bit more because I know that God loves children, and I know that God loves Princess, and I know that God will not allow anything that would harm Princess in a way that would harm her eternally. I thank God she's safely in His hands. I thank God that she's out of this world. I thank God that she's safe not to experience any more harm, hate, or danger. I thank God that she's safely with Him. But most of all, I thank God that I'll see her again.
From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest valley. Can't you see you will be free? I have been far, I have been wide, searching for peace, somewhere to hide. Now I am free, open and pure, fearless and babe, I am secure. There is no dark that can be lived. We'll find a way if we just commit. We are one. There is no them and us. Together we're strong. Together we're free. From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you. It's the rising sun shining in the darkest valley. Can't you see you will be free? Can't you see you will be free?
Okay, guys. Yes, it was a sad ending. Please, first of all, thank you for joining the video. For the new subscribers, old subscribers, and just viewers who don't subscribe, thank you for joining me to watch this video with me, and us bringing more light to Kamarie's case, because they have not been sentenced yet, and awareness is still something good. But please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my videos and would like to be notified every time I upload a new video. Subscribe, guys, subscribe. I will be back Monday with another video. I'm probably gonna do a reaction video Monday and Thursday. I'm trying to do twice a week. So please subscribe so you can be notified. And I thank you for being here and watching this video with me. Next week, it might be a little bit better, a little bit more uptone. But yes, please join my channel for more true crime videos, reactions, and my commentary.